I'm really enjoying modeling these hinges. I've done two before, and I thought now I'd give a try at doing this. I guess it's called a parliament hinge. All right, maybe that's supposed to look like parliamentary doors or something. So I'm gonna give that a try. All right, so I'm gonna start with adding a cylinder, rotate Y90, and how do I want to do this exactly? What I'll do, maybe right from the start, is create a little hole in the middle. All right, Control E, bridge edge loops. I'll make sure that all my normals are facing the right direction. So now I have that piece, and I can replicate it to make all of these. I'm going to try doing a bevel right now on the edges of this, and then when I replicate them, see how badly that bevel translates into different sized pieces. All right, so that's basically all the work I would need to do on that, other than smoothing it. So let's say that was this end piece, and I wanted to do a little small piece next. So let's try Shift D, bringing it over, and scaling in the X, and see, you know, if I still have a little bit of that bevel, and if it looks okay. So what I'll do is I'll smooth this, and I'll smooth this, and I may have to put some edge loops in here, but I'll just go ahead and try a couple of different settings on this and see if that's going to look okay. It does actually look okay. So I may go ahead and stick with that way of doing things. So we got that piece, those two pieces, and then I need a bigger one. Let's grab that. And this is just, I'm just doing this by eye. This might be 2 of these lengths or so. Now, when I do that, I do get a different size bevel. So I'm not certain that this is the way to do it. Or if I can just easily fix that. Let's go in here and have a look at this. It might be as simple as grabbing maybe a couple of these edges and scaling them in the X. I'll grab that one as well. Scale it in the X. And if that fixes it, I will just leave that alone. I don't know if it fixed it that much, but I don't think it looks that bad. Let's save that. Okay, so I'll make the inner piece. Maybe better ways to grab. I'll grab that. Shift D, P, make it its own selection. Move it out. Select it and add a face. E to extrude it. And let's just move it now. Alright, we'll scale it in the X. Go grab a piece of this. There we go. X more. Bring it in. Bring it to around there. Okay, now I'm going to go E, scale in the X to bring it out. Like that. Control B. Put some segments on it. Smooth that. That's looking okay. Alright, so that's what we have so far. Let's bring the cursor there. Okay, so let's say we've got the cylindrical part done. Now we're going to create these things. So the way I'll do that is in front view, my cursor there, Shift A, I'm going to bring it a plane. And you can see that it goes almost to the end, or maybe to the end. So scale in the X to around there. It's pretty even. Okay, go into edit mode and grab that edge. I'm going to bring it out a ways. Something like that. Okay. Grab this, E, extrude, give it a bit of thickness. Have a look at that. Okay, cool. So I'm going to want to cut into this to make that shape. And so the way I'll do that is Shift A, I'm going to bring in a circle. Bring it over there. And yeah, maybe I'll just do it on both sides. Use that as my center point, or I could mirror this. Let's go to vertex mode, box select, and delete those vertices. And grab these ones, extrude them out to there, create a face, select it all, put a face inside it, and extrude it to give it some thickness. Recalculate the normals if necessary. Let's move it down and have a look at this. So let's say I did something like that. Maybe want it a little bit more like that. Actually, no. About half of it is cut and half of it is... This may be a little bit too long. It's about half cut and half flared out. So let's say we go with that. Do another one on the other side. Just line it up by eye. Actually, no, I can mirror that, can't I? I'll mirror it across this. What did I do? X. There we go. Apply that. Okay. So I am going to do a Boolean difference using those, and that would be my cut. Okay, looks all right. Let's get rid of all that stuff. Okay, so that would be my cut. It goes down. Maybe mine goes down a little further. Actually, these pieces flare out. Let's see if I do this. Yeah, that's okay. Let's do it like that. Okay, there you go. And it flares out past that. Okay, that's fine. Now, one of these pieces connects in the middle, this one, and the other piece connects on the sides. I want to do more with these edges here, but I need to decide what I want to do here. I think I'm going to go ahead and copy this over. Nah, no, I'm not going to do that yet because I'm going to have to do the holes. So we'll do the holes first, okay? Okay, that's what we'll do. So Shift A, bring in a cylinder, scale it down. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So let's say one was there. 2, let's go up 3 lines, try that. And around there, let's try that. About something like that. Close to the they're staggered, right? Okay, let's join all these and try a Boolean on that. Okay, now here is the thing. I want to go into this and I think I will grab all these, Control L, select linked, and just delete them. Now I've got this one here, and in order to make this sort of scaled in, angular, shiny part, I'm not able to bevel this edge very well. If you have a look at the geometry here, you know, it doesn't lend itself to beveling very well. And so what I figured I would do is take this, scale it in the Z. Oh, and I'll get it to fit right in there as best I can. And I'll work on that in a bit. Oops. And what I'm going to do is inset on both sides, actually. Inset it a little bit. Control E and bridge edge loops. I'm going to grab the inner edge and scale it in. And then I'm going to grab all these faces and just delete them. And I believe I've got some more faces somewhere. Do I not? Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, I do. Okay. Delete that as well. Okay, I'll come out. I'm going to grab this. Let me back up a little bit. Back up. These and these. That's better. Sorry about that. Scale this. Make sure I got the right thing here. There we go. Okay, we're only going to look at it from one side. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's good enough doing it that way. Okay, from out here it's going to look fine. Okay, I can smooth this. All right, and what I'll do is I'm just going to copy this, Shift D, copy it over to here. I'm going to zoom right in, and we're going to fix it up. Oh. Okay. Pretty good. Okay, and do one more. Shift D. Okay, now I'm going to take all these. I'm going to join them here. Okay, I now have that. And I'm now going to mirror this over the y-axis based on this thing. Okay, so there it is. We got both of them there. Now if I take that and I smooth it all, let's see what happens if I go for like 12. Okay, and that'll be all right. Now, I'll have to do some work on this. Maybe put some edge loops in there. Let's try 20. You know, I may just be able to get away with doing that kind of thing. We'll come to that in a bit. Now, hey, we're close to the end of this, but I'm going to grab that and all of these little inner pieces, and I'll go Control L. I want to make this its own selection after mirroring it. So I got two pieces there. For this one, I'll make it join to the middle. So let's get rid of as much stuff as I can. Not including that. Okay, let's try again. Okay, I'm going to move it out. So I want this just attaching to the middle. So come in here and have a look. Now, I can do that apparently, so that's good. Let's scale in the X and have a look at this. Let's go ahead with that for the moment. So E, bring it out a little bit. I can always adjust this. Let's bring this back in and just pull it, do it like that. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad at all. Let's bring that back a bit. Okay. Good. I'll go ahead and hide that. This piece I'm going to pull out, and this one, actually I got to unhide everything. We're going to hide this stuff, and these, and this, and this one is going to attach onto those end pieces here. So let's see what we can do here. 2. If I do 4 of them, I may just eyeball this. Bring that close to the edge, and this one, I'll just get them started and then we'll see where we're at. I suppose maybe a little bit more of an accurate way to do this would be, to at least maybe take these, scale them in the X. How about that? And then take these, I should have done this first time, scale them in the X, and we'll have a better look at this in a second here. I'm going to bring it in closer. As long as I can reach those, then we're fine. So it's that one and that one. Scale in the X. Maybe 2 around there. Okay. Grab that face and that face. E to extrude, and bring them in. There we go. Okay. And distance-wise, pretty even. Okay. Last thing we'll do is we will make an attempt at beveling some of these edges. See how many of these we can get without problems. Going most of the way around. Yes, yes. Did I get that part? Yes. I could stop the bevel there. Actually, I take it back. Let's hide all these things. Even that. And that can carry on. Might as well go all the way around this. Good. Good, just like that. Okay. Control B, pull back. A couple of issues here and there, so I'm not going to go too much. 2 segments. Just my small bevel. And I have an issue there, but that could be part of my smoothing. Did I pull something out there? No. Okay, so what have I got for smoothing? 12. That's fine. I'm just redoing it. Okay. Okay, I can live with that. And let's go to this one. There we go. got it all. Looks good. Bring it all back. Now let's have a look. Actually, we're going to join this and this, and that may affect my smoothing there, right there. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Okay, that kind of thing. Let's make sure the 3D cursor is in the middle. Yeah. Set our pivot to 3D cursor, and let's take this, rotate the X. Let's bring that one like that, and over to something like that. How does it look? Now keep in mind these edges would be, you know, attached to the wood or the door or whatever. The doors of Parliament, and so, you know, we're not going to see that side anyhow. There we go. Okay, so that turned out pretty nice. I mean, it's not something I would zoom in on, so if, you know, if the smoothing's not great, you know, it's going to look just totally fine from a distance, and even the holes are going to look fine. And of course, if you put screws in it, there's even going to be less conspicuous. But I think it turns out okay. Yeah. All right.